hanging out at one of my favorite LZs, of course, and we're here at the airport, but right now the winds are actually way too high to even think about flying. But the reason why I'm here is because I obviously was working right around the corner from here. I was gonna do a live stream this morning, but it's like sometimes, I feel like I like doing these live streams more towards the afternoon or like midday-ish, I guess, like this right now. But regardless, I'm hoping that we can go out and fly in a little bit. Right now, the winds are actually way too high still, right? So I've been watching the windsock now for like the last 15, 20 minutes now, and it has been pinned out a couple times, and it's also changing direction, right? So, and I'm hearing airplanes. So we're probably going to be seeing airplanes coming in to land too, so, which I probably should back up. If an airplane's going to land, they're going to come in behind us on this strip. So let's turn around, because if they come in, it would be cool to catch them, right? Yo, Joe, what's up, dude? What's happening, man? We are here hanging out at the local airport right now, and I'm trying to see if I see any airplanes in sight, but I don't see any planes right now. But what's up, dude? Man, that sun's way too brutal right now. But let's start. We're gonna start making our way probably out of the airport right now. But what's up, dude? I was actually hoping for the winds to be a little bit lighter right now. All good? Yeah, nice, man. Me too. I just got done work a little bit ago, so I figured that I was so close to the airport that I had to come in here and do a lap around. So we're here at the airport, and like I said, I've been watching the windsock, and it's horrible winds right now. Plus, it's midday. You don't ever fly midday. It's very unsafe. Some people do it for like the challenge, I guess, but for me, it's not really that enjoyable. It's like, I don't know, something about just knowing that you're on strings, and that midday sloppiness isn't cool, man. I've flown and had collapses, and it's really not fun to experience. And really, if you always pick that weather permitting sunset and sunrise flights, you'll never like realistically have those issues, But like midday, you start to fall into some thermals, the winds change, very unpredictable stuff happens, and really, like, at least at sunrise and sunset for that 2-hour range, it's very safe, comfortable, and very, very predictable. Yuvraj, what's up, man? What's happening? So we're just chilling, dude. We're putting through the airport right now, but I wanted to go out flying, but right now we cannot. Maybe we can this afternoon, which I'm hoping that we can. Yeah, so check it out. So right now I'm just driving on the side, because I'm driving on the side of the airport right now, because if I drive over this way, that's the airstrip. Any planes over here? Yeah, Yuvraj. So I've seen 2 airplanes so far take off, and I was on the phone. So I was waiting to get off the phone to start the live stream, but right now, there's no planes here at the moment. So, but that's why I'm actually driving off to the side, because I feel like when I do these live streams, I get a little distracted. So I don't want to be like hanging out on the airstrip right now, putting like this and not paying attention. So, because right now, it's like probably to an airplane, this is like perfect flying weather for a plane. But for us, for being paramotor pilots, and just me right now just driving my van, it's not cool to hang out on the airstrip right now. Even though I love driving on the strip all the time, but you guys can hear all my stuff jumping around back there. It's so annoying. That's the one thing about a van, guys. You guys hear me say it all the time. It's like, what is that? Something is making that noise. Give me 1 second, guys. I can't stand hearing it. Because like I'm gonna hear that for the rest of the time. Wow. Man, it's so nice out. Man, what is making that noise? I found a new problem. Alright, hold on a second, guys. How can I keep this off? Wow, this is going to be a new one. better, but it's gonna be terrible. Wow, guys, that wind is so strong still. Hey, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate that, everybody. But yeah, so right now, the winds are just way too strong. Definitely appreciate it if you guys smash that like button too. It's like, you know, I was reading a lot about how like the live streams actually work with the YouTube lives are pretty tough, you know, but I do notice that, like, at least what I was reading too, it said that like when people are on the live and they smash that like button and stuff, it helps more viewers get into the live stream and stuff like that. And also, like I said, the whole reason why I do enjoy doing these live streams is that I do them so I can actually really interact with all of you guys that are actually following along, that are really a part of my YouTube channel. You know, I really do appreciate all of you guys and the support, you know. And it's like, really, I never even knew or ever thought about ever making like video content and doing anything like this, but honestly, I really enjoy doing it, and I really like sharing with you guys what it's like to be a paramotor pilot. I love sharing with you guys what's going on with my car, which, guys, I can't believe it, my hot rod, my transmission has gone down. So I can't believe it, but like, don't get it wrong, like I could still drive the hot rod just like how I have been doing it, but I lost last gear, and I'm hoping that it's not crazy bad inside the trans, which it might be. So we'll find out, because, you know, I drove it a lot actually, with the trans kind of being exactly the way it is right now, and I just hope that I didn't really destroy it. And really, I hope that it looks good at 3 to 5, 4 p.m. winds. Yes, Joe, it does look good. I'm actually really looking forward to actually flying this afternoon. That's actually the goal today. The goal is to get up and go and fly. Can you tell something about your workplace? So you've rajed my workplace today. So today, guys, I worked at another campground called Old Stagecoach, right? And that's south, like going to Cape May. But what was really cool was that I still had to go to a spot that was near this airport, and that's why I got the chance to be out here right now. But right now, I'm currently building a deck. That's what I do. I'm a deck builder, and realistically, sometimes when I start these jobs, sometimes we're like forced to stop because we're like waiting on material, or like little dumb things happen, but no big deal. So we'll have that deck tomorrow, which I could probably try to do a video on at the end of the day if nobody's around. Because like I said, I really don't think the other crew wants me to video them. And I'm not saying the people I work with, I'm saying the people that work around us, you know. I don't ever want that to be an issue. So hold on a second. Okay. All right. So now, like I said, let's make our way out of here, right? Because right now, making sure there's no lights in front of me. Because right now, I see the windsocks are getting blown. Pretty good still. And you know, when I got out of the van, it was so windy. Really, I was looking around too. So now, a lot of people love landing on this one. I don't think anybody's gonna be landing in this with that crosswind with a smaller airplane, but you never, ever know, right? So, all right, so right now we're going up to the east gate, guys. Check it out. So the east gate is the other side. So the west gate, or the west end, however you want to say it, is the side where the helicopter's at, and the rescue helicopter. This side, I always just call it the east side because it's on the east end of the whole airport, you know what I mean? So it's just the way I say it. I have no idea really how these pilots say it here. But what's exciting, guys, is that, do you guys see all these hangars here? All these hangars right here, they're going to have a fly-in on April, which I'm going to come to, and I'm going to get to hang out with all these guys and chill with them, and I actually can't wait to do it. And probably get to see them all fly around. Hopefully they get to see us fly. I'm like really looking forward to that day. But yeah, like I said, definitely hoping to go flying this afternoon. That's going to be a lot of fun. Oh yeah, here's the east gate right here, which isn't opening right now. Open. Oh yeah, there you go. Open. Go to the house and show you guys the hot rod for a little bit if you guys want to see that for a few minutes and talk about that and stuff too on top of the flying, you know. But really, I want to go flying bad. So what we'll do too is probably at least go get set up for that. Because I would just love to go flying. Sounds like a ton of fun to me, really. But yeah, so anyway, like I said, I always love to come to this airport if I'm right around the corner from it, which is what happened today. And like I said, I was working at a campground that was a little farther south than here, but I had to come up to another spot, which was right around the corner. So it always makes me happy to come here. But now we're driving out, and we're gonna go head to my house. And like I said, what I should do, we could talk about the car and stuff, but what I should do is get the paramotor out and do a pre-flight inspection on that too, and debate whether if I want to, what's it called, swap my 2-blade with the 3-blade. But I might just rock the 2-blade on there for now for this next upcoming flight, for the beach flying, you know what I mean? Start saving the 3-blade for my inland flights maybe. But you know though, like the 3-blade, I don't know. They're both very different to me in at least sound. And I feel like it does really matter when you're trying to make video content, especially if you're speaking. I feel like it just, I don't know. But regardless, so yeah, hopefully I can go out for a flight. I gotta go get my GoPros all charged up. But they should actually already be good. But it would be nice to have my chase cam charged up and ready. My chase cam is this camera right here, guys. I have it hanging right here. I don't know how it's gonna fly anymore because it broke again. Guys, I just want you guys to all know something. When you get into doing paramotoring, like for me at least, I can't stress it that like I really wanted to video all my flights. Do you get more thrust with the 3-blade? Joe, so yes and no. Like a lot of people will say that the 3-blade's not all typed up to me, but to me, because I fly so much at the beach and stuff, like I feel a dramatic difference. I think that you do get a lot more thrust, but you do add a lot more sound to it. You know what I mean? Where like, I don't know. I think that you do get a better climb rate, you get better thrust, and you get a better cruising range. Like your cruising range now is a little bit lighter than the 2-blade would be. And you save a little bit more on gas. Like to me, it is the better blade to have. But to how much more money it is, I don't think maybe, I don't want to tell people that it's not worth buying, because it is worth buying. Because to me, I'm very happy that I have it, you know. But I am happy too that I have the luxury of just swapping over the 2-blade like I have on it right now. Now, I definitely love the 2-blade. And I definitely like the 3-blade. Oh. But, yeah, I kind of drew a blank on what we were just talking about. But yeah, so, but on top of everything else, though, you know, the 3-blade is really nice. It is. But it is more expensive, you know? And like I was saying, I do notice a huge difference, and like even with my audio from doing my videos, you know, and it really, like I tell a lot of people, like when you add that 3rd blade, it's almost like making your 2-stroke sound more like a 2-stroke now. And then it's funny, when you have the 2-blade on there, it's almost like 4-stroking your motor out a little. Like it makes it sound more like a 4-stroke instead of that wind out 2-stroke sound, you know, like that power band noise always. That's what I do actually like about the 2-blade. The 2-blade actually cuts that 2-stroke noise out a lot and makes it sound more like a 4-stroke, which is crazy to think, because like in the beginning when I first was flying the 2-blade so much, only the whole time, that when I first got the 3-blade, I actually kept thinking something was wrong, because it sounded so different, you know. And then it took me about like, I don't know, 5 minutes into the flight to realize, wow, it's just the prop that's sounding so different, you know. It's crazy. Wow, my tire symbol just actually turned on. And it's crazy, my gas gauge actually just dropped. So that's not good. I've actually never seen it do that before, so wow. And like I said, my tire gauge just came on, so that's very odd. I almost wonder if that just happened both at the same time. I think it's really time for me to really start looking for another vehicle. Like, for some reason, I'm the type of guy who, like, if I really think about, say, the daily work vehicle, like the one that we're in right now, I normally ride them out for so long. I just ordered a new e-prop. Oh, Joe, nice, dude. Nice, man. Well, Joe, remember for next time, man, if you're to order another e-prop, let me know what you get it for, and then let me know, because it might take, say, an extra couple days to get it through me, but I might be able to save you a little bit of money. So next time, you let me know. I actually didn't realize until the other day that I'm also selling a lot of other things for SkyMax. I didn't actually realize it. So I'm also not just selling the SkyMax models, I'm also selling e-props, I'm also selling the Helix, and I'm also selling the harnesses too. I didn't realize that, you know. I'm such a fool. All right, so you spent $380. Okay, so you spent $380. Let me go here. Man, I was actually just trying to figure out the difference. So let me see what I potentially could have saved you. If you can give me 1 second here. I actually hate that I'm driving, trying to look here. Okay, about to pull over because this is like, I couldn't believe it when I realized. Okay, so you said that you bought yours for $380. Oh, okay, you bought the one. Oh, okay, wow, you bought the 145. Okay, I just ordered the e-prop and it was the 145. Okay, so you bought the 145. Am I selling that size? Let me see here. Wow, okay, so dude, I don't. All right, do sell the 140. All right, the 140. 380. Oh, okay, yeah, here it is. All right, I gotta pull over because, dude, you have me like so curious right now that I just want to know what I potentially could try to save you. Okay, so let's see here. So I'm pulling over. Okay. All right, so I'm on my site here, right? And I'm still in the works of making my website, and that's why I'm glad I didn't launch it a couple days ago, because there's a lot that I still didn't put on there. So now I'm kind of doing it again, which is kind of annoying, but all right. So, dude, so you bought the two-blade 140 centimeter, right, Joe? You said, okay, and you got it for $380. Okay, so man, through my code, if you would have bought it through me, if I'm not mistaken, I could have sold it to you for $350, right? But don't hold me to that strongly. Let me. What I'm looking at right here, $350. Yeah, dude, I could sell it to you for $350. You know, for the 140 centimeter e-prop. So, dude, next time you go to buy anything like that, so check it out. So I'm selling the e-props, I'm selling the Helix props all the way up to the 140 centimeter, 2 blades and 3 blades, and I'm also selling the harnesses. So I'm selling the Sup Air Paramotor Evo harness. I'm also selling the Dudek Comfort harness, and I'm also selling the Dudek Power Seat Light harness as well, on top of selling SkyMax paramotors. So yeah, so check it out, guys. So that's another thing too, Joe, is that I need to on my website and also on these videos, I'm going to start putting my discount code there, my Flying Dan discount code, for when people do buy through me from SkyMax. So, because like I said, I'm trying to let people know how great, you know, SkyMax really is, because they are great, you know. But really, like I said too, what's nice and exciting is that I'm also selling other things too. But the only downfall is right now that I just want everybody to be aware of, because I'm just starting out as their dealer now, and I am trying to figure out how I can get people their best prices through buying through me. But my thing is, the only downfall is to any buy through me, it's gonna take like a few days longer basically to get it from, instead of just a couple days. And that being said, is because right now I'm actually basically just the middleman, but I will have in bulk stock hopefully sooner than later, you know what I mean? But I just want to be very honest with everybody and let everybody know, man, I'm flying this evening. Next, dude, me too. I'm actually, man, everybody's talking about going flying. I'm pretty sure Joe was talking about how good the winds were. I'm trying to go flying this afternoon too. I hope that we all go flying this afternoon. How have you been, dude? I've been so good, man. Hey, thanks for asking, dude. How are you doing, dude? You know what's so funny in life is that the most common things you can ask somebody are some of the simplest that nobody would ever ask. I'm doing really well, man. I really appreciate you asking. I hope that you're doing it as well too, man. But dude, really, yeah, I hope to go off flying. And like I said, everybody, if you're interested in buying anything, please reach out to me. I'll try to get you the best deal that you can actually buy. And also, I want people to buy through me. I want to try to help everybody out. I want to make it so I can get it. I want to make it so I can have bulk in my shop, guys. I want to make it so I can have everything there. I want to make it so when you guys order from me, you guys will have it in 2 days, not a week. I feel like right now the turnaround time is a little longer, and it's only because I'm starting out, you know. And really, you know, I'm so excited to think that I can sell all these parts, you know, too. So it's like, please hit me up. Please try to buy through me if you have the chance to. And like I said, and if you do, I will try to hook you up with the best discount. And like I said, I'm trying to get that discount barcode there for everybody, so when you buy through me, you can always get that discount. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. And like I said, I'm trying to save you guys money, you know what I mean? I just want to try to, I'm not trying to like underdog anybody or anything like that. I just want to be kick-started, and I just want to be a good distributor on the East Coast here, you know, and be one of the bigger ones, you know. And I know that I can be. And really, I just want to help out SkyMax. I really like their models. I love that I fly them. And don't get it wrong, I love all Paramotors. Dude, I love the Scouts. Dude, I love Parajets, man. I love all Paramotors. And I even love all gliders, dude. I don't think you could go wrong. But like I said, I can't stress it enough. I love SkyMax, and I love Vitarazi engines, and I love Ozone paragliders, and I do like APCO. And to be totally honest with everybody, I love EOS engines. Dude, EOS was my first true love that I fell in love with flying. It was the first paramotor I ever saw in the sky in front of me to actually take first flight, you know. So it's like, I can't ever knock EOS, everybody. But I do have to say, if you want to be the best and fly the best, gotta own the best. And man, Vitarazi, EOS, and SkyMax, man, is the way to go. And Ozone, you know. And really, I love it all. I love all of it, you know. And I'm not here to ever say anything negative about any other company. I just want to start being a nice, good distributor. I want to be able to be that guy that always has the parts that you need right away. Because right now, it's like, I gotta, like, you know, be pushing out some sales to get it so I can have this bulk here, you know. So it's like, I'm very excited, and I just can't wait to like help you guys out, you know. That's really what I'm really excited about. And no, my camera. And now too that I'm also selling other things like the E-props and also harnesses. That's like pretty exciting. I did not realize that, you know. And it's just funny because like I got the whole sit-down meeting of meeting about like me selling for SkyMax and stuff like that. I just didn't realize that there was like these other pages that I never even looked at, which is so exciting, you know. It's like, I just like the idea that not only am I in love with this sport and am I so hyper obsessive over flying, I think it's just really neat that I get this opportunity now to sell these aircraft and sell these parts to all of you guys. I think that is so awesome. And you know, and I'm just in the beginning stages of it. And like I said, what I'm trying to do is make it so when you guys buy through me, you get a sweet discount. and I try to save you guys money. That's what I'm trying to do, because, you know, paramotoring's not cheap, and, you know, this stuff breaks really easily, and I'm trying really hard for you guys, you know, and I know that if I can get these sales to push out, and like I said to all of you guys, to any one of you guys that first buy the first couple full complete paramotors through me, I will throw in the brand new GoPros in the orders. So definitely buy through me. I will hook you up the best that I can, and like I said, it's only going to get faster and faster the more sales that I do to you guys. So like I said, I don't want it to be a full week to maybe potentially a week and a half turnaround time right now, but the more sales that I hit and smack, you know, the quicker they will be coming to you, because I will be able to start back stocking up in bulk, and that's what I'm trying to push out for SkyMax. And I'm trying to sell also E-Prop, and I'm trying to sell some harnesses. So like I said, guys, I'm trying to finish my website, and it's kind of really hard. I'm not good at this kind of stuff, so I am trying. So hopefully in the next couple of days I'll have all of it done, and we'll be going from there. So, well, like I said, guys, we'll go check out my shop right now. We'll go check out the hot rod, and we'll go look at the SkyMax models that are actually just chilling there. Because like I said, what I'm trying to do is definitely go flying this afternoon, because it seems like everybody else is, and I'm not trying to miss out on that. And also, I am trying to get ready for my transmission to be dropped in the hot rod, and I'm not going to do it at my house. I've made the decision now that I'm going to be doing it now at my buddy's house. Dude, nice, the Dudek wing. So I have to admit, Joe, I'm glad that you just Dudek, because I actually just got to experience my first couple flights not that long ago with Dudek, and I have to say, what an incredible wing. I would like to own the Report Air Dudek 22 meter, because I have to say, for me, it was spicy. Like, I felt like one wrong decision would have been game over with that glider, but it was still, I think, an ENB rated glider, but it was just way more spicier than the Roadster 3 is that I always do fly. So, that being said, you know, I would love to have the Dudek. I'm not actually knocking the Dudek at all, and I'm actually debating, like, I could sell my Roadster 3 potentially for another glider. It's just a thought, because I really do want to get another glider, but I potentially don't want to get rid of the Roadster either. I think the Roadster would be a great glider. I have to always look at my back now because of how I broke my mirror. I didn't break it. Somebody ran into my van and just decided to keep driving. Typical. So anyway, we're here at the house. We can go in the shop here in a minute, but like I said, you know, if you're really interested in buying a SkyMax or any parts or E-props or harnesses, just hit me up. At least give me the chance. I would like to try to see if I can't try to save you a little bit of money from wherever you're trying to get it from. And like I said, I want to try my best to get it to you as fast as possible. So like I said, don't miss out. I'm trying my best to really hook you guys up, and realistically, I'm trying to make sure that, like, your money can be saved, you know. And I don't know, I think that if I get this, it's really nice that I'm getting this chance. So that's why I'm trying to let everybody know in my videos that I am selling. And it's cool to know that I am actually selling E-props and even Helix. Like, I didn't even realize that until the other day. But anyway, like I said, let's go into the shop right now. Ooh, Wawa coffee, guys. Ooh, my van. Okay, let's do this. Let's go in the shop. Let's go in the shop, go see what's going on, make sure my phone is charging. Yep, phone's charging. Like I said, guys, I was doing all this stuff to the car yesterday, so I'll show you guys what's going on. Man, that sun, it's bright. Hold up. All right, in the shop we go. Nice and dark. Okay, get my stand out here. Get open. All right, stands out. Hopefully my phone does not drop because it's not the right one in here. Okay, let's lower this so you guys can see what's going on. Okay, boom. All right, let me turn the light on so it's not too dark. All right, so we got the lights on. We're here chilling in the shop. Dude, look at it, man. It's so crazy that I got the engine count off right now, and not only do we have the hood off, I'm trying to get it ready because we're gonna rip the transmission out of this, but I'm not gonna do that here, right? I was going to do it here, but then my one buddy has a bigger garage than this, and also he's got all the tools that we're gonna need, you know. And like for me, it's like if I was to do this here, I would have to buy more tools. I would have to figure out how to drop it by myself, which is kind of really dumb. And really, all around, you know, my buddies are also hot rodders, so it's just gonna be a fun time to have this in their shop, mess around, and just have some good hangout time, fun time. You know, just ripping this trans out. We already have a transmission guy. He came over here yesterday. His name is Gene. Very cool dude. Knows what he's talking about. He is a transmission guru. I'm super excited about this because like everything he was saying to me was like over my head level, and that makes me happy because it's like, you know, I feel like sometimes when I'm explaining to people about paramotoring or say construction work when they have no idea of either, it's like I'm over their head stuff. And really, like to me, I would rather have somebody that I know that really knows what they're doing. And plus, he was highly recommended, so that was very exciting too. So I'm actually looking forward to it. Local guy too, so it's like it's nice to know that I don't have to. I almost was thinking I had to go all the way out to PA to do this transmission job, and that's like a whole nother thing too. Why I feel so happy about this. But yeah, we're gonna rip this transmission out. It is a turbo 350 Chevy transmission back there, you know, because it's a Chevy 350 engine that we have with the turbo 350 back there, and it's a 3-speed. And like I said, I lost last gear, and dude, when you drive this thing around in second gear, it's like its tongue's hanging out, and it's terrible. It's like, it's garbage, you know what I mean? So right now, the car is at a standstill until probably this weekend or the next upcoming weekend. You know, that's when we're probably going to be ripping out this stuff and taking, obviously, the car over to my buddy's house, which I really can't wait to do, you know, because... You know, and there's a couple other things that I want to do to the car while it's at my buddy's house. Like, for one, I don't have an e-brake on here. We should have that, you know, God forbid my brakes ever gave out. I would like to have that e-brake in here, and then also figure out a couple other little things while we have it up in the air, you know. And really, you know, I don't know. I just don't... I'm trying to think of other things that I would do to this car while I'm going to be doing all this work, but really, you know, it's like if I'm going to do anything different, it's going to be like I want to change maybe like the oil pan gasket and do things that would be back there, like the rear main seal and things like that. So there's like a lot of things that I probably should be doing too when this transmission actually gets dropped. And really, it should be just a couple day turnaround. That's the other exciting thing too. It's like, once this transmission's out, it shouldn't be out for more than just a couple of days, you know? And that's another thing, too, why I kind of want to do this at my friend's house, because not only is it a bigger shop, but it's like just having the help from a good friend will only make the job easier, more enjoyable, and also just quicker in the long run of just getting this damn thing out. And then also having like a second pair of eyes just on how everything comes apart and then how we're going to put it all back together, because there is a lot of custom stuff too to this, you know, so that is underneath that I can't wait to be actually taken apart because I am nervous. But what's nice is that my buddy also is a really good welder, so it's like if anything was getting hurt or breaks, you know, it's like it's not something that we can't obviously solve and fix, which I'm pretty excited about. So, but regardless of all of that, right, so we got the hot rod, right? So the hot rod now is on a stall until I actually get it to my friend's house, right? And we drop that transmission. So now we have the paramotors, right? So here are the paramotors. This is where the EOS 100 booster was recently just on, but I took that off, right? Because if you guys can tell, it's hard to see probably right now, but we're missing the nut right here. It came off. I'll show you guys what happened. So I actually thought that that it snapped or something, like the actual crankshaft there that's holding that clutch on there. But what happened was, with this bolt that I found in the dirt, you know how hard this was to find? I never thought I was going to find this. The threads, it's hard to see, the threads got stripped out. Do you guys see that? All the threads are gone. So check it out. So when I put this on here, so when I put this right on here, it just keeps spinning. Do you see that? It's totally broken, right? Or it's stripped out. So I just ordered a new one of these actually from EOS. And what's so cool is that EOS actually watches my videos and they see me always playing around. Dude, they instantly sent it out the other day, which is nice. So it should be here tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. So we'll be able to be flying this hopefully by tomorrow, guys. You know, we'll see. I don't know yet, because I do think that something else might have broke in the clutch, but it does all work properly, right? So we'll see how that goes. And like I said, I couldn't buy this nut either, guys, at the hardware store, because I asked them if I could, because you see that custom like back end to it that has that space. It's obviously to cover up the teeth right here. Do you guys see that? There's like that gap there that this obviously covers. Don't even want to screw it all the way on there because I feel like I'll never get it back off. But yeah, so we're missing that. And if I want to take that up in the air without the clutch bolt on there, that could fall apart. And if it fell apart, it's going to hit the prop. And when it hits the prop and I'm flying in the sky, that's not going to be any fun. But we're not going to be flying that one today. If we go up in the sky today, we're going to take this one up. This is the SkyMax Star. This is the one that I'm currently selling to you guys today. So you guys can actually buy one of these with this exact motor on there. The MY20 Moster 185, super epic engine, by the way, from Vinarazi, with the E-prop, guys. If you guys are interested in buying the 2-blade or the 3-blade, there's my 3-blade up there, which I might actually take down and put on here today for today's flight. We'll see. I'm pretty excited about that too. We'll see. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should just keep the 2-blade on there, or should I go get the 3-blade and put that on there? You know, decisions. But really what I got to do is I got to push the car up a little bit, right? And then from there, I got to get the paramotor down, because really, like, you see how tight this is? This is kind of tight, and I never want to hit the car, you know, of course. So, but yeah, so what I can do, though, is we can open up the garage right now, which is what I'm going to do. So let's open up the garage, get some light going up in here. Yep, that is my C4 Corvette. That's a 1984 C4 Corvette. That actually has a blown up motor in it, which sucks, because I put all that work into replacing that gas tank and doing so much stuff, guys. I mean, like, you have no idea how much work I actually put into that car for the motor to just blow up. But it's okay. I actually broke the camshaft in half, if you can believe it. A push rod dropped through, and the camshaft not only sucked it up, but it snapped the cam right in half. So I lost spark, and that's how I realized all that problems happened, because if the camshaft's broken in half, you're not spinning your rotor. And when you're not spinning your rotor, you're not creating spark. So I wasn't creating spark anymore, and I found out why. So, but anyway, so now I'm looking for a Chevy 350 block for that car. So if any of you guys know or have one, let me know. It would be cool to have the Corvette back and going again, because it's upsetting, because everything else on the car is fine other than that. And now it's either I get the same exact kind of engine, you know, and put it back to stock again, or we throw like a 383 stroker in there with a different trans, and I don't even worry about the old transmission that's in there, because there is an old school transmission in there that people are like, oh, nobody likes that Doug Nash trans, and that's what I have in there. I have a Doug Nash trans. It's like a 3 to 4 speed or something like that, where like you have these other overdrives, you know, basically. So, but yeah, trying to set the camera up in a different spot where I can like, really right now, guys, I got to push the car up still. trying to, it sucks to like hold the camera and try to do all this, you know, it's like impossible. And plus, like, my camera's so low right now because of me trying to show you guys everything. Wow, that's like some terrible lighting. All right, but let me do this really quick. Yeah, so I found out with the car, I'm burning up my reverse clutches, and that's why my fluid's getting dark, and that's why my reverse is starting to be a little funny. Starting to all make sense now. Right now, I'm just going to push the car up actually a little bit. The car is so light that it's easy to push. So sometimes I have to push the car up like this because of obvious reasons to get the paramotor out a little bit easier. You know, it's just easier to now slide the paramotor out. So let's slide her out. Man, that lighting is so terrible. See if I can't like turn it like this or something without the camera falling on its face. Yeah, you know what's crazy is that I'm actually in the works of like looking for another paramotor frame from Skymax. I'm trying to get their Pulsar frame. Hopefully we get it soon. And I'll put my other Vitarazi engine on there, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's get you off. And I'll show you guys like what I do for my pre-flight inspections. Make sure that I'm not touching anything. Not the gas can. Well, I grabbed it like in a weird way. I don't know why I grabbed it like that. All right. Get it back up. Yeah, I got like a good amount of fuel in there. I think that's why it was like hard for me to like lift that up. All right, so that's I can actually probably put it on the back of the car right now. We can just look at it like that for a moment. Let's do that. Okay, nice. Man, that sunlight is so bright. Let's see. Let's actually just shut the garage door for a moment. So bright, you know? It's like, damn it, can't see anything. Man, because sometimes it's like, when I do these pre-flight inspections, it's actually really nice to do this, you know, in the shop before I get to the LZ and stuff. So let's see here. Try to set my camera up as far away as possible. If 1 second, guys. Hopefully I can figure this out. I used to do it some way where I used to have it so far away. Bring it up a little bit. All right, that's not bad. All right, shouldn't drop. All right, so normally when I look at these paramotors, like before I go flying, you know, I just normally check a lot of the obvious stuff, you know. Make sure my spark plug feels good, which it does. Airbox nice and tight, which it is. Look at all my bolts on everything, trying to make sure that nothing looks like it's getting damaged, but so looks like this is kind of getting beat up a little bit. My what's it called here, which I can show you guys maybe on the other side. Let's see, can I move this without breaking anything, which is like impossible. Okay, so on this side, guys, oh yeah, you can just see it. Here's my inline fuel filter, right, that I have on here. And this fuel filter right here is actually rubbing against the body of the, it's actually rubbing against the bracket, the motor bracket that from the, you know, that holds the motor, and then also the mount that is holding onto the frame. So I'm going to try to see if I can't cut maybe the one zip tie, see if I can't have this drop a little bit, and try to see if I can't try to do something better than that. Make sure I have zip ties before I do that. Normally, I do have zip ties around somewhere here. Where are they? Gotta go on the other side. But yeah, like I said, it'd be exciting to go up and fly around today. And go do that. But like I said, when we go out and fly, we gotta always do these pre-flight inspections first. So, where are my zip ties? Okay, so I do have some zip ties right here. Not my big ones, but hey, these will work. Let me run out to my van. Ruin the lighting again. The lighting. Okay. Got my phone too. It's only 1:30, which is good because at 2 o'clock, I want to definitely go put my GoPros on charge. I don't want to wait any longer than that. But what's up, everybody? Here we are, chilling in the shop. And what I got going on right now is I'm doing a couple of these pre-flight inspections before I go out flying for the day. And when I go and do this stuff, it is really important to double check all your stuff on the motor and make sure that nothing looks crazy. And the only thing, if I had to say, starting to look crazy is my fuel filter, my inline fuel filter. So let's see if I can't try to do something better with it without hurting my fuel line. Come on, baby. All right, one zip tie is out. Plus, it's actually always good too to replace your zip ties because really they get beat up in the sun and people don't realize. Okay, so that. Oh, I see. That's as far as it goes. All right. So problem number one, my fuel line's short. Now I see the issue. Okay. Wonder what I could do about it. What's up with this? Huh, I see this one wire here that looks actually really funny. Which wire goes to my kill? It's this wire. Wow, that came right off a little too easy. Has that been my problem this whole time? It's loose. Oh, yeah, dude, that's definitely been my problem. She's just a loose goose. Hold on. But if I go like that, that's nice and tight. Okay, all right. There it is. All right, so there's nothing wrong with my wire. Dude, because sometimes my kill switch would be funny, right? And I just figured out why it was being funny. It was sitting on my mount, not properly. It was very loose connection. That's why sometimes I would have to like circle around on my kill switch to get it to shut off. And I actually thought something else was wrong. Like maybe the line was halfway broken down the line where I can't see, in the mesh. But no, I think I just really solved my kill switch problem, which is great. And this is why you do these pre-flight inspections. So, all right, so now we just resolved that. But the problem is we're going to take my air filter off, too. I want to make sure the screen looks all right because people do complain about the screens caving in. So let me go grab a flathead really quick. Or actually, I'm sorry, a Phillips. And normally, when you do a pre-flight inspection, guys, this is normally a thing that doesn't take much time. This is something that normally won't really take that long unless you obviously might run into a problem, which God forbid, I hope you don't, but you would rather find your problem right here in the shop on the ground than you would up there, right? You don't want that. So this is why we do these pre-flight inspections, right? Because really nobody else is inspecting our stuff. So always remember that. It's always up to you. So, all right, first looks when taking my filter out without doing anything. You guys can see the screen in there. Looks pretty good. Maybe a little wet, but that's kind of normal, right? And then looking at the rubber boot here, this looks nice and small still. You got to make sure these get worn out, right, from the vibration. This is just a helper that actually lets the box sit nice and straight. So other than that, though, whoa. I thought I just heard something. Oh, that's weird. It sounds like Oh. Oh, I actually just thought that there was something in here, but then I just realized the noise I'm hearing is this moving. This is this is what actually ties it down, a little hose clamp right around the carburetor. So all right, looking at the carb, everything looks phenomenal. I'm gonna go get a rag. All right, this is my dirty slash rag that's for WD-40 cleaning too. So what I always like to do, I'm going to show you guys what I do. Here it is. So what I like to do, because I fly so much at the beach and stuff like that, is that I do like to coat the Paramotor up a little bit with, you know, WD-40 because it does rust out your exhaust. For some reason, these exhausts don't really upkeep that great. But dude, realistically speaking though, like if I probably never flew this at the beach, I would never have that issue, you know. But really though, other than that, everything else on the Paramotor is phenomenal. I love Viterazzi. I have nothing bad to say. But my exhaust is getting rusty, so I do try to slow the process down by at least doing this, you know. Just try to spray it, get it all nice and oiled up, you know. And then I also, what I like to do is spray my prop too, you know what I mean? Just get a coating on it, you know. I don't know. I like keeping it clean. And I also, the springs down here, you gotta always lube this up. You gotta always move your exhaust around too. It's actually really, really important to do that. So, but yeah, so like I said, everybody, I'm trying to hopefully get a flight in this afternoon. By the looks of it, it looks like it's probably going to happen, which I'm pretty excited about. So, man, what I should do is go out and go buy a brand new spark plug for this thing too, because dude, I'm definitely due for a new plug for sure. But everything's all right too for right now. Like I said, I just like to wipe the whole motor down. Man, I probably should try to tighten up my belt a little bit too. But yeah, I like to wipe the whole thing down because, you know, like to me, these are aircrafts, you know, it's like when you actually take the time and you wipe down like every little thing like I'm doing, take the air box off, you really look at everything, you're really looking at everything. And man, like I said, this doesn't take that long. And plus, I don't know about you guys, I like to really keep all my stuff really clean. It bothers me when this stuff's really dirty because it doesn't take long to just do this stuff. And plus, it's not even dirty right now. It's just actually really dusty from sitting. It's been sitting for about a week and a half, you know? I hate that. No sitting. Yeah, it feels like I should probably tighten up my belt, which we might actually do that here in a minute. So, we'll see in just about a few moments here. I just want to try to get the rest of all this definitely all cleaned up, which it looks really good. I'm actually liking everything. I like the kill switch wire now feeling a lot tighter. It was so loose on there. So now that's all being good. My gas tank, everything looks good. Like I said, I like to look at the hoop section, make sure my netting all feels good, which it does. You know, my ring used to be a really nice bright red, but dude, it really didn't fade from all my flying. It faded from all my car shows. Because sometimes I'd park the hot rod and this in the middle of a blacktop at a car show for like 8 hours, you know what I mean? And that's the real reason why this faded out so fast, you know, because really, these nettings are actually fantastic to hold color in, and really, it was only because I actually really sunbathed it a lot in the car shows. So don't ever forget that, guys. I always like to remind everybody that because some people always call me out on that. I'm like, no, you don't realize it's actually just because it's always out at a car show. You know, I put this on the back of the hot rod, just like you guys see right now, all the time, for all the shows, you know, which is super dope, and I love it. But like I said, I just like to give the whole Paramotor a wipe down. I like to look at all my motor mounts, which is only 4, super easy to look at it. You just take a peek, make sure nothing looks like the obvious wrong. Look at my pull star, everything looks really, really good right now. Like, nothing to be upset about, right? So, and like I said, this only takes a matter of minutes to really overlook it, wipe it all down, you know, make sure everything looks great, which it does, you know, and I love this, you know, I love these aircrafts, you know, they're seriously the coolest things that I've ever got to experience. So, But yeah, so now I'm debating like if I should take this off and put my 3-blade back on. You know, what do you guys think? You guys think I should put the 3-blade on there, or should I just keep the 2-blade on it for today? I really do enjoy having the 2-blade on here. You know what I mean? Wow. Oh man, I thought this was a big split here. Man, I actually might swap this out. Wow, it's a little different. This side looks like I nicked something. Yeah, it's a little rough on this side. Wow. So a lot of pilots will fly with like a certain type of tape, like on the leading edge. This would be the leading edge of the prop, while this would be the tail edge. So the prop spins this way, right? So it spins just like this. I can already feel a lot of thrust already coming off. That's what's so cool about these props, is that they're designed so well. It's amazing how I'm already feeling so much thrust just from that little bit of movement, right? So I'm debating on taking this 2-blade off and swapping it out with the 3-blade. And to do that, I gotta go get my other tool out, which is actually in the work van. But before we do that, and before I forget about everything else I was originally doing, we were messing with this, but now it's like knowing that I didn't realize that this was I didn't realize this. So it's gonna want to hug there, no matter probably what I do. But it'll probably be alright for this next flight, but I'm gonna have to order some fuel line. My fuel line anyway is like all orange anyway, so that's not cool. I feel like that's just not a cool color to be seeing on the Paramotor. So I think that what I'm gonna order is some new fuel line. And really I am getting close to doing my first 100-hour service, but I wanted to try to push it to like 150 hours, but we'll see. They say that when you push it, you know, like it can obviously hold up to it. There's even some Vitarazi engines that were known to get up to like 600 hours of flight time before a rebuild, which is impressive. But the problem is that original piston and rings can actually cause stress to the head, and it can actually start giving it like pressure cracks in the head. So that's why it is also important to always have a fresh top end in on these things. You know, that's why it's really important to follow the book, you know. Some people do like to try to push it and see how far they can get, which is epic. And I would only do it if I had a lot of these engines, you know what I mean? Which I don't. I only have 2 of them. So, all right, let's get behind it here like this. Okay, digging that. Okay, we are started. All right. So now let's get this to hug around. It'd just be nice to like kind of keep it off of the metal. Like if I could hug it onto my what's it called here a little bit, it'd be epic. My motor mount. So okay, there we go. Got it up like that. Okay, there we go. Wow, that actually just did it right there. I can live with that. And it's not that tight either. It's not bad. So now, it's a little bit of pressure. Oh man, I wonder if I just cut that off, would it just... Huh. I almost wonder if I should cut off this bigger zip tie that's actually hanging out on top right now. I'm debating. Because if I cut this off, it'll let the pressure off the fuel hose off. And I think that's what I want. It's not like I can't just add it again. I installed the new cross-country throttle. Oh, really, dude? Hey, well, next time we talk, I definitely want to know what you think about it. Have you flown with it yet? I'm actually, if you can believe it, still rocking the original Vitarazi ones. And people call me out on that all the time. They're like, how are you still flying with that? I'm like, to me, it's not really that bad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so used to it because I've only flown with it. Yes, I love it. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. So you have flown with it. That's cool. Nice, dude. Okay, nice, dude. I actually like that a lot because that makes it lean. It is touching, though, right there now. Like, I wonder if that can break. It's almost like I wish that I could. Yeah, because now I'm touching like a bolt. I almost wonder if oh, okay, I got an idea. So all I'm going to do is try to pull the bottom of this over like this, if you guys can see. It's kind of hard to tell, but this is that fuel filter I'm messing with right now with the zip ties. I'm just going to pull the bottom, because, dude, I have these bolts right there that look like it'll blow a hole right through it when it's running, like vibrating. Because, dude, if it's vibrating and it's just resting on a piece of metal, that plastic will get eaten through like in no time. So, and that's what was starting to happen. And luckily, it was like the top plate to that fuel filter, because it's like really thick. But you can tell that half of it's gone from the rubbing of the vibration of the engine. Did you guys like my little move there? See, this is what's so funny. Like when I do these live streams, I can't edit out any of my goofy moments. You know what I mean? But really, I'm not here to hide anything from any of you guys either. You know what I mean? I really actually enjoy making videos, you know? But now I've been trying to, like I said, do these live streams to try to really try to interact with all of you guys that are actually following along. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I want to know what you guys love about my videos, you know? And I want to know when you guys started following along. Was it in the very beginning? Like, did you just recently see me? You know, I'm like so curious to know all these things. Okay. Tell you what, the little zip ties suck for trying to fish through. They're so much harder to grab. All right, there we go. Got started. All right, so I just... Okay, that's... Man, that's off, but I wonder, will it stay, is the question. All right, nice, dude. So now, this inline fuel filter is not touching anything. That's all I care about. I'm almost trying to think here if there's anything else I should really think about. Because, really, nah, you don't want to put nothing there. That's not bad. It's not touching anything. I don't actually mind that. All right, so now, because we got this going, let's get my air box back on, because there's nothing wrong with it. I want to say that everything's good up top, and I can even leave these a little long. I guess I'll clip them off. A lot of times, it's like I kind of leave the zip ties long, but I'll nip them off. I'll nip them. Okay, so let's see here. Got my little dikes, nippers, whatever you guys call them. I think on the job sites we call them dikes. Okay, first one's clipped. All right, second one's clipped. All right, nice. We are clipped out, right? Nice. So now, okay, so that's done. Let's get the air box back on. Like I said, when I mentioned to you guys earlier, it's important to make sure that this little guy's always good. And if you guys are rocking your stock out of the box, MY22, make sure you guys double check and make sure that you guys don't get a crack up on the inside here where the hose clamp goes, right? If you have these, I would always double check that. I hate to say it every flight if you still have your original one, because they are known to crack. I actually have one that's broken right over there right now, and I also have my original stock one that came with this engine that I got replaced from Vitarazi, you know. So make sure you guys double check on that, because, you know, Vitarazi found out that they can make an airbox a little bit stronger. So if you guys have any issues with that too, just hit me up. I can try to help you out with that kind of stuff too. I don't personally do that, but like I said, I can always throw in a good word for you guys through Vitarazi, and always just try to help out, you know. So now let's get this back on. Like I said, this gray part's important because it does go around a fixed piece, so that has to go on first. And then this Velcro here, I don't know if you guys saw this or if I pointed this out yet, but the Velcro here is when this goes on, and we also used a hose clamp to get this right there. This is a secondary, so if this was to get loose and try to fall off, this is hugging, and it won't hit the prop. And really, if the airbox comes off, you will know it gets so much louder, especially if you're holding it full throttle. If you're holding it full throttle and the airbox comes off, you're going to know. There is no, I didn't know that my airbox was off. You're going to know. It's going to get so loud that you're going to think that your exhaust probably broke. That's how loud they really get. So, all right, so I always fish the Velcro through the spot first, then I put it on the gray, Oop, line it up first. Oh, you know what? I put it on the carburetor first, and then boom, then I snug that gray piece down. All right, so now we're in. Before I go any farther, let's make sure that my Velcro here is good and out of the way of everything. Oh, I see what I did and knocked my kill switch wire loose. I see what I did now. You see, it's so funny, the things that you don't realize until you do stuff like this, a pre-flight inspection. So now, it's so funny. For the past couple weeks, I've been really thinking that my wire's been broken in my kill switch. Somewhere up the line from where my button is up to this point. But now I realized that my wire was on so loose, and I can see why that was now. So now with that Velcro that I just used that to clamp the wire even down harder so it can't even jump around now. So that's pretty sweet. So see, that's why it's super important for all of us to always take the time and to do these pre-flight inspections. Even if you're not really that good with being handy with engines, it only takes a few minutes to do the basics. You guys didn't see me take apart anything crazy yet, And really, if this thing was running a little funny, what I would do is the carburetor is right here, and this is the outside of it, obviously, because when I'm standing on it this way, I look at it as the outside of the carb. It has 4 Phillips head screwdrivers that I could actually take out right now, and we could pop half the carburetor apart and see inside and make sure that there's nothing dirty in the carb. And if it was, sometimes we get lucky, we could pull the screen out, clean the screen, put it back in, totally fine. And then sometimes, if it looks like it's too far along with being dirty, we have to disassemble the carb, but it's super easy, guys. And like I said, I actually have videos on my YouTube channel of me messing with all this stuff. So you guys can always check out all my previous videos. So, all right, so let's get this going. All right. All right, so when you tighten these down, because it's rubber to plastic, right? The idea is, and I always like to say, you don't want to go Superman on these. And that means, like, you don't have to go so tight where you think you're going to break the damn thing, These things, once they're snug like that, right there, I like that, where it's like you start to feel it get real tight, and then I go one little bit more, you know what I mean? And you don't have to go any more than that. Really, there's really torque specs probably for every single thing on here, but there are some things that you can always get away with, like say this airbox. Make sure that strap though is really on tight though. I hate to ever tell anybody how to do anything when it comes to working on motors, especially aircraft engines, but for me, this is how I do it, you know what I mean? And really though, if I go touching anything else that's serious, like the head or the clutch and things like that, how to tighten up the belt, that's always, always, always torque spec, no matter what. Because I don't want to mess around. You don't want to over tight a bolt inside the engine, because not only will it feel totally fine when you go to do it, but when you're running it and it's vibrating and it's over tight, you'll snap that bolt right in half in flight and not even realize it until hopefully you're on the ground and everything was still an epic flight, but then you're missing either the top of the bolt or you probably exploded your prop from a bolt breaking in half and hitting your propeller. And that's why you're on the ground, But, a lot of times when you hear about people having any problems with Vitarazi engines, it's actually, they always get a crack in the head exhaust here, right? But that's why it's really important, like for me, because I fly so much at beach, and I do get a bit of a rusty exhaust out of my beach flying. It's all my fault, too. Like, if I was probably a little bit more on it with the WD-40 on the exhaust, it probably would have been fine. But there's been days where I would go and fly at the beach, and then I wouldn't get back to the garage here to clean it up for almost all day, especially if I went out in the morning, right? So it's like it just sat there baked with all this salt water stuff all over it, right? And also, like when I was doing those foot drags with Vito a few weeks back, dude, you talk about getting this whole thing soaked. I don't actually, if you're going to do a foot drag, don't do it at the beach on the water. It just gets your shit soaked. I use Loctite on everything. Joe, that's actually really great. So that's a great point. So a lot of people also use Loctite, right? And don't get it wrong, Loctite is very great, I think, for a lot of the stuff that we don't typically use. Say when I take a pull starter apart and I go to put the pull start back on, I do like to use Loctite, right? For that. But if we're talking about my prop, I always take these on and off all the time. So I never Loctite them, because if you Loctite all the time, you're making like a gel too inside the sleeve. So that's why, like, to me, like, it's great to do Loctite in the spots that you don't normally take things apart, at least from my opinion. But like with the prop and stuff, I don't Loctite here. Even though that I do know some that do, but for me, Joe, I love to switch from the 3-blade to the 2-blade so much that it's always like, I can't, I can't really, well, I could be Loctiting it, if I did very light drops, I probably wouldn't gel it up that fast, but yeah, but for the most part, for most of the stuff that I do bolt together, that I don't normally touch, like say like my exhaust and stuff, this would all be Loctite, Loctite, of course, and things like that, because I'm not normally taking this apart, right? So, on this motor in particular, I've actually never taken like anything really apart because it's still so new. How many hours do I have on this engine? This engine, we have, come on, baby. Oh, wow, that's cool. So this motor, we got 78 hours on it now. It's so cool. Super epic. So this motor has 78 hours on it, which means this frame only has about 50 hours on it. So that's really cool. You know what I mean? So this frame only still has such a little time of fly time on it, which is insane. Yeah, I'm debating on swapping over my 3-blade though right now from this 2-blade. And like I said, when I do that, I normally don't do anything crazy with it either. I just do 7 pounds. I'll show you guys. I'm going to swap it out. Let me go grab that. All right, so I'll show you guys how I swap these blades out really quick. It's really simple. I know this isn't probably the best way to have the camera. So what I normally do is I set my drill up, right? You know how drills have these settings on here, right? So what I do is I take it all the way down to, I take it to 7, right? There's 7. So let's see if 7 will even take this off right now. Lefty loosey, right? Taking it right off, because like I said, 7 is all you need for the prop. And when I say 7, that's 7 foot-pounds. Okay? So, what's so cool? So, right now, I have the 2-blade E-prop on here, but it's got the spacer on it, right? And really, you don't need the spacer on there unless you don't have the engine shroud, which I do have an engine shroud on here. The reason why the spacer was on here, which I'm going to show you guys here. Put this down. All right, so now we have the prop off, right? So check it out. So this is the spacer right here. See this? This spacer right here creates cooler airflow to the head of the engine, which you guys, it's so hard for you to see it in the camera, but the head of the engine's right here. And just this little bit of gap helps it from, without having, you guys can just see it. This is the shroud right here. And without this already alone takes enough air in to keep the head cool like it should, like how it's designed. But this spacer just helps out a little bit with the cooling. So maybe we'll try that with the 3-blade. So let's get the 3-blade down. 3-blade, be easy, don't break, don't break. Okay, check this out. So you guys can see the length difference of the bolts here. See how much smaller they were than. So like I couldn't actually have this on here right now. So I could actually try it and put those bolts actually on here. That's not a bad idea. Should I try that? What do you guys think? Should I try to rock the spacer on here with the 3-blade? I've never actually done that before. But if I do this, I gotta like actually extend the yeah, because see that won't make it. Wow. Let's see here. Okay. Just trying to see here. Yeah, look at that. So, all right. So the other prop, right? Look how much different the bolt length is. Do you see that? This is the one that was just on with the spacer. These are the other ones, right? So if I put that spacer on there, it'll be like the same gap that all these were. So let's do that. So I am going to have the gap on there. So let's try that out. Okay, it's going to take me a second, guys. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible here. I'm just swapping over the bolts right now. 1 second, guys. Almost done. Just 2 more. All right, 1 more. Right. So now, get this going. Okay, so now get the spacer on. Okay, yeah, so it sticks out a little bit farther past, but you guys can see, right? Not that bad now. So let's get this on here. So what I always do, I always hand start these before I put that drill on here because you can easily strip out anything with a power tool. So always, 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 guys. I don't like to mess around. So this is the 3-blade E-prop. I actually really like this blade a lot. And I haven't flown with it sometimes, so I think it'd be fun to go take it up today. So I'll make sure I have these all on correctly, which it does look like it's right. It won't spin around right if you don't have it on properly. So normally what I do, guys, is I hand spin these all the way until it stops, right? And like I said, this is my first time rocking the spacer and having the 3-blade on here. Do you always use the 3 prop? No, I don't. I just was currently using the 2-blade for all my most recent flights. And then I had that prop strike that I had, which sucked. And then from there, I took this 3-blade off for a little while and had the other 2-blade, which is that one, back on here for a little while because for a couple reasons. Remember, 7 pounds, guys. See that? I'm right on 7 right now. And what I do is I crisscross, you know what I mean? Like if you were doing a tire on a car. Let me just do this really quick and we'll get right back to it. And man, it's so important that you don't ever over tighten these, right? Because when you over tighten, what you do is you'll fracture the prop right here, and you do not want to do that. And it's so easy to do it, guys. I've actually done it. So you can't just over tighten these. That's why it's really important to have certain tools that actually can have a rating on there for pounds. Because I used to just hand crank these on and be like, it's fine. No, that was not fine. I was actually making it very dangerous because if you're fracturing here, it'll break off from there. You don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do now is go around one more time, but I'm going to go opposite. You know that's tight. 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 We're ready for flight. So that's cool, guys. So now this paramotor, from what I can see, is ready to go. The only thing that's not on here is my other side flotation, which we can actually do. So let me, I'm going to turn the camera around. Wow, it's already after 2, guys. I didn't realize that. I actually really got to get my cameras charging, guys, because I can't mess around. So, all right, we got you on the other side right now. Okay, where's my flotation? So when I was making some of my videos for SkyMax, I wanted to take off the flotation because I felt like I didn't need them both on there. I just wanted to advertise what it looked like with the one side. So let's get this puppy on. How did I do it on this side? Okay. All right, so we set up with the top one here. Just like this. The crisscross. Just like this. Okay, so this right here, guys, is my flotation. Very important to have on board, guys, especially with the flying that I do. You guys mostly know, if you guys watch my videos, I beach fly all the time, and it's so important for us pilots to be what's it called? Flying with flotation, because we're always over the water all the time. We could easily drown on these. They're anchors. You know, you don't want to go under the water in one of these. It could be the last thing you ever do. So I don't ever want that to happen in my life. So, all right. So now this is going to go up. This is a safety strap. Yep. I'm trying to remember here. It's been a little bit. So I'm trying to just make sure I put this on right. It's so easy to think you do something right, and then it'll actually come apart when you're flying. I've had straps come apart when I was flying, guys. Which you guys can see in my videos. You guys got to check out my earlier, or my videos. Okay. Trying to make sure that this is tight. Okay. It is actually tight. Does this slide on? Yeah, this actually slides around too. All right, so that's nothing. Okay. So now, just Velcro this together so it can't come undone. And that's it. All right, so now I got both of my flotation on. It feels a little loose up top here. I don't like that. Let's see. Can I make it a little tighter? What if I can go around like this? Not bad. This makes it a little tighter. Because like I said, the whole idea is you don't want it, I don't want it fetching up on anything, which it looks like it's not. Don't want to do that either. But yeah, so look, I got the flotation on right here. This is done, so that's good. Don't want this coming out either, hitting my prop. But yeah, so that's it. So now, from what I see right now, we're completely good to go for flight. And so what I normally like to do is, I'm going to turn you guys around one more time. I hope you guys don't mind that I keep moving. I don't mean to keep doing this, but you know, like, I was thinking about starting like which I do have a Patreon account, but I want to maybe do it in a different way. Like, because I like doing this stuff where it's all the behind the scenes and really like the raw stuff, or how I really work on all of my stuff all the time. Because you guys know, I don't have the biggest shop, and really, I don't have that much room. So like, I got to always make do with what I got. And you know, you always make the best of everything, right? So really, for me, I want to say I'm completely ready for flight right now. I'm excited for it. Got to go. Be safe. Joe, you too, man. Are you going to go flying this afternoon? I don't know if you ever said that you were going up or not, but you did mention the wind, so I know you were watching. But yeah, I'm going up, and hey, man, I really appreciate that. Maybe I'll do a live stream a little later. So 4:30 maybe, or 5:30 Eastern time. So we'll see what happens. So hey, but Joe, man, I really do appreciate you sticking around, man. Thanks, man. I always enjoy seeing you on here. So like I said, everybody, we're about to go out flying. Make sure you guys all stay tuned. I'm going to end the live right now. I'm going to go in the house. I'm going to make sure all my GoPros are all charged and ready for flight. And it's going to be an epic time. So make sure you guys all stay tuned. And until the next one, everybody, fly safe. Peace out.